Are we, is
Okay, we're good.
Okay,
She'll come in. She'll come in when we need her.
okay, welcome to the Operations Committee meeting for February. It's 10 a.m. and I'll call this meeting in order. Any pecuniary interest?
None known.
Okay, none here. No delegations. Prior minutes were approved at the last council meeting. And item 5, business of arising from minutes.
So this was just the question about the Olympia. We had showed a 65,000 expense. We only budgeted 60,000. And the reason we budgeted 60,000 to go into the reserve, and then the decision was made at some point last year to take money out of the reserve to make the repairs on the Olympia machine that were required,
Yes.
and then to reduce the reserve by that amount. So what happened when the financial statements came through last or the end of December, the expense was made. So the $60,000 transfer to the reserves was made, and the $5,100 expense to the machine was made, and it hadn't been reversed yet. So
Okay, great.
the
Thanks for that
transaction is
explanation.
done now.
We all understand now. Okay, ongoing tasks, that's not available this month. Let's move down to health and safety. The Arena Joint Health and Safety Committee sheets using MASH. Very nice. See nothing on the, now that they're split, nothing on the Arena itself. I do have a question on the lunchroom though. It says Health and Safety Board. It says can manage to be utilized. I don't understand that comment.
I
Jen,
didn't get it either.
It's the software.
Yeah.
For doing all the MSDSs.
okay, okay, so that's, okay, got it. Can managed, okay. Sorry. Understood,
Oh, okay.
got it?
I was,
Yeah, I was
I
lost
get it
for a
now,
second.
but
Yeah.
I didn't get it when I first read it.
Okay. So for that, when you receive and file
So
the Arena,
moved.
okay, I'll second that. The Public Works Joint Health and Safety. I see one thing, and I think it was a timing issue on the extinguishers. They've been,
Well, they have to be done by the end of the month and they come in.
yeah, so this was
middle of the
done,
month,
this,
So we still have 2 weeks to do it.
Yeah.
So they're all done.
so they've been done. That's, I just,
They're all- we do them at the end of the month.
yeah, I was just
So they come middle of the month,
You're not deficient.
we're not being written up because it isn't the end of
Yeah.
that month yet.
yeah, I figured it was a timing issue.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Okay,
Or else it makes more sense to do it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't be deficient until the next month if you didn't do it.
okay. I have nothing there other than that
Put it
question.
up Because we're not at.
Yeah,
So it should
I
be-
agree.
I'll move that we receive and file Public Works, Health and Safety.
So seconded.
Second, okay, thank you. Let's see, what are we now? Arena monthly report. Sure.
Maybe if you can sit, like pull a chair over beside Tina, maybe,
Sure.
please.
Snuggle up the team.
Or what if he went there? Oh, no, then he's turned the wrong way.
Get close, we're a happy crew.
Collegial.
Right, this is the Arena monthly report for January. We have officially received the Junior B Pacers lacrosse schedule for the upcoming season. We hosted the girls' Silver Stick Finals on January 5th to 7th. Very successful tournament, other than we had a little scheduling error with not enough time being designated for the games, and on Sunday we had a game going to 10 overtimes, which you can't foresee. Ainsworth was then again for another igniter on the boiler, but that problem seems to have gone away now. January 10th we had a fire alarm at the community hall. We had to evacuate the arena. Chief McKenzie was to speak to the Optimist members about their cooking practices. January 12th to 13th, we had the boys Silver Stick, another very successful tournament, and a shout out to the Public Works Department for their timely action on the snow event that weekend. Bullet roofing was in for a roof leak, outside dressing room number 7. This has nothing to do with the original barrel roof. It's a flat roof portion of the arena. January 15th, we had another fire alarm at the community hall. This was as a result of burning sparklers underneath a smoke detector on a case. Same night, we had a broken piece of glass at the south end of the arena. Point Edward Minor held their spirit night on January 20th. Very busy and well attended. Process of booking the spring and summer user groups has begun. It's looking like a busy summer at the arena. Black & McDonald completed the overhaul and compressor number 2, along with the installation of a new external oil filter. Thank you to council and staff for fast tracking this 2024 capital budget item. January 25th, Jim Burns and I sat down with pickleball group for Sarnia, looking for a new facility to play at during the summer. Some of the concerns discussed were pickleball court lines on the floors, facility rates, rental time wanted, and staffing. On the work management side, we have 3 full-time employees, 1 seasonal, and 1 skate patrol on Sundays. Employee training, accessibility for Ontario's with Disability Act online training completed by employees who were due. On the facility activity, on the prime time, we were 97% booked, and on the non-prime time, 80% booked. Some of the factors affecting the totals were the Detroit Lions game had an effect Sunday, January 28th.
Can we send them a bill?
Sure. Obviously, the holiday closure New Year's Day and the Silver Stick tournaments. Interior, regular maintenance, cleaning, exterior, general maintenance around the building, and then multiple snow weather events during the month. Thank you to Public Works Department for their timely snow removal and maintenance of the parking lot. Community hall, obviously the Optimists continue to operate it, and there was the 2 fire alarms. Red & Co at the rink is in charge of the concession stand. Monthly inspections, all the usual inspections were completed, along with Black & McDonald did a mid-season inspection of the refrigeration plant and equipment, compressor belts tightened, motors greased, samples taken of the brine and glycol systems. In venue advertising, nothing to report. Vehicle equipment, we have the Public Works truck still, and new batteries have been ordered for the ride-on scrubber from Holland's Cleaning Solution. Customer satisfaction. For the Silver Stick, we had many positive compliments on the cleanliness and overall appearance of the arena, along with the condition of the ice during the 2 Silver Stick tournaments from parents and visiting teams. Both directors of the tournaments, David Shree and Kyle Meller, reached out to me after the tournaments and were grateful for all the help and had high praise about the staff at the arena. Once the SOP is completed, security, nothing to report. Capital and operating budget, 2024 operating and capital budget planning is well underway. Capital item quotes are coming in. Meeting to discuss operating budget has been scheduled with Tina. It's already occurred. Compressor number 2 overhaul has been completed. And Point Edward Optimists have been contacted about 2024 capital items they may need. Closing comments. January was extremely busy month at the arena. We hosted the boys and girls Silver Stick tournaments on consecutive weekends and hosted the Point Edward Minor Spirit Day on a 3rd weekend. Point Minor Hockey started the reseed winter portion of their hockey season with plenty of home games and practices. We also saw the start of the second half of the Point Edward Skating Club's winter schedule. On the maintenance side, we had a few repairs completed along with some preventative maintenance. Looking ahead to February, the ice schedule is very busy once again. There are no major events scheduled during the month, but there will be plenty of hockey happening as we head towards the playoffs for minor hockey and many of our leagues. If you have any questions or concerns, I will be glad to assist.
Your hand, anything?
No, I think we talked about it before, I think at the council meeting, but I attended the opening for both the boys and the girls Silver Stick as being invited to participate. Got lots of positive comments. I spoke to some of the out-of-towners, including some from the US that were really impressed with our village, and they were staying at local hotels and the arena. So it was all positive, everything. Like, people took the time to mention the state of the facility and especially the staff, and how everybody was friendly and helpful,
Good to hear.
other than the Sunday camp
Uh,
that could be unforeseen, 10
Yes.
10 periods of overtime. Anyway, we got a lot of positive comments, so appreciate the work that went into keeping everything going in the snow and,
Yes.
yeah, the snow episode. Remember what that looks like?
Yeah,
I don't
we'll,
wanna say it too much.
I know, I
we'll be
hate to,
seeing it this week,
I don't
I
want to
think.
jinx it, but
Yeah, I'd say that.
yeah,
Guess whose driveway's getting built?
yeah. So it was good.
We're gonna get a windrow program.
You got a budget for that?
I have a question on Ainsworth on the 9th, that igniter?
Yep.
That's a warranty job?
Yep.
Okay. And the roof was not a warranty job?
No.
No? Okay.
He said it's not part of the new
Yeah.
roof,
Yeah, okay. Just,
thank
Yeah.
God. I mean,
okay,
upsetting if it was part of that new roof, more upsetting.
okay, I've got nothing else on that, so receive and file, Arena monthly report. Public Works,
You're the fastest. Yeah, wow.
Public Works Committee meeting or report for January. No outstanding issues to report back on for full-time Public Works employees. Employee training, several internal SOPs reviewed. Operations building, nothing much going on other than the inspections from monthly inspections from work and pest control. Roads, sidewalks, parking lots, etc. Continued road patrolling and pothole patching. A larger patching areas on the pathway near the waterfront could be a potential capital project. Tree removal and cleanup on the pathway near Ernest. And several snowfalls and salt runs. Parks and public spaces, removal of downtown Christmas lighting and decorations. Under vehicles, the older plow blade was damaged. Meet again, old friend catch basin, which is actually a manhole discovered. Repaired a minor air leak on the air seat connection to truck number 4. Picked up a new Honda grass trimmer, another one is on back order, and also a steel chainsaw. Nothing in health and safety reports. Capital budget items. Steve met with Hollinsworth about the costing for pathway repairs and future asphalt replacement. Looking ahead, winter, perhaps more. And closing comments, plenty of snow events this month. Our team responded very well to everything in a timely fashion. Short and sweet. Questions or comments?
I don't have anything. Good to see the Christmas lights come down, because I can't believe how many are still up around the village, like even lit.
Mm,
We could have left them up longer.
We had some beautiful days there. We took advantage of it.
take
Yeah,
advantage of
yeah,
it.
no, I'm just kidding, but it's sad when they go down because they look pretty. And because you're not having snow, you've been able to catch up on, or get some work done early for some of the spring stuff.
Hmm.
Like the tree work, so that's good.
Just a comment on the patching, is that why you had, you were talking to Hollingsworth? Looking at a possible capital item for
Yeah,
the bridge
just
path?
getting prices for repairs and potential. There's a couple spots that need attention, and then I just want to get you guys in the mode that some of this is gonna have to be replaced, so I just want to get an idea of what that's gonna cost if we're doing large pieces.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nothing else? Receive
No,
and
it
file.
was made me think about watching for grants, because we got the grant previously, which we're using on Michigan Ave, St. Clair
St.
Street
Clair.
for the trail, so it's a matter of watching if anything else comes out that we could use to repair or redo some of the trail.
Right. So, that's it, some other spots. That closer to the walk has to be-
Yeah. Good, thank you.
Sounds good. Thanks for your efforts on the snow removal. You guys are champions.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, much appreciated.
He likes the word champions.
Okay, so we'll receive and file that public works report. Okay. Next item, McCray Park backstop.
So this project approved in the 2023 capital budget. I think the work started right around Christmas time, and then they started putting up the wire fence, actual fencing last week. Question was raised about an angled piece out over the top. And that was not part of the quote. The original, what was there previous had that overhang.
Excuse me.
They, not that they can't do it anymore, but they don't, like they've said it's been a few years since they put that up anywhere. The fence that was there was about 12 to 14 feet high. This one's gonna be 24 feet high. And as far as I'm aware, we never got any complaints last year when the fence was at, you know, the 12 or 14 feet. We never got any concerns about balls flying out onto the road. So our recommendation is just to, or my recommendation, I guess, is to just leave the backstop, have it constructed as quoted back in 2023. And they said if it becomes a concern, we can look at putting an overhang on it at a later date. What's there, at least the last time I drove by, what's there, the poles that are there are at roughly 16 feet. There's gonna be another 8 feet on top of that, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
With that height, they feel it's not necessary to have, I mean, for a ball to get over that fence, it's gonna have to go pretty much straight up and probably won't make it to the road anyway. And not that it won't happen, but it should be fairly rare.
Any comments?
no,
Mary Ann?
it sounds reasonable to me. It looks pretty high now, but I didn't realize it wasn't even as high as it's supposed to
We're
go.
waiting for the ground to freeze, because they gotta lift it.
Oh, okay.
And they don't want to punch through the ground.
Cause it looks like it looks way
Oh,
higher
correct.
already. Yeah,
Just don't have the mesh.
so do you have any concern over?
Yeah.
I don't either. Okay,
I
We
don't
talked
either.
About this when we got the quotes and we
Yeah.
decided to go against the angle thing. But I feel like that was decided quite a while ago.
Mhm.
Like I'm assuming you're talking to Jeff when he told you this.
Yep, and I went over and talked to the guys
Yeah.
doing the installation too.
And they also, like, this is for next month, but they did install the extensions at the ball hockey court at the. tennis
Yes.
courts. So
Okay.
that's done also. But that's for next month. They
Sure.
just finished
Okay.
The extensions at both ends.
yeah, okay, thank you.
So I guess we'll continue the way it is, and
And then.
if any issues pop up, we'll address it at that point in time, but we don't foresee
I
anything.
can't see, like, I mean, most foul balls don't go straight in the air, and if they do, they come straight back down.
Yeah. It would have to be a pretty substantial foul ball to, but not that it can't happen. I'm not saying it won't happen, but it should be pretty rare.
I'd be more concerned about somebody pulling a ball off onto Michigan or front. You know, rather than a foul ball.
Those have been extended to 6 feet too, along the.
Yeah.
along where people watch, so those have actually gone up 2 feet as well.
So that's extra. That's good.
Okay. Thank you. So we receive and file that report?
So move.
Okay, thank you. Next item is the review of the 2023 capital budget items.
So if we can do Public Works first, if that's all right.
Sure.
So the traffic study is completed. Condition assessment's ongoing. There's been $350,000 overall approved for that, so we spent 159 last year. I'm not sure if Tina's gonna bring that forward or if she's gonna leave it the way it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it forward so that when
So
we
it
put
was-
250 in, they don't think they have 250 still to spend.
Okay.
That's good.
And
Yeah.
St. Clair Engineering, we spent about 10,000 more than budgeted, and that'll come forward into this year. pickup truck, or vehicle, a vehicle in the Public Works Department. Hopefully we get that, we're carrying that forward, bringing it forward to 2024. The new snowplow was completed. A reserve, that transaction was completed, and then the brine setup. The recommendation is to not go ahead with that, correct?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Said I think. There hasn't been any evidence, especially talking with the other places that have it, that it would be an asset to our community.
So the plan is not to bring that money forward, it'll
Just for-
contribute
yeah.
to a surplus for 2023.
Well, overall, we're in a deficit anyway, so
Yeah, it'll contribute to whatever.
whatever.
To the end
Bottom
result,
line
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
Yeah, that was not what I wanted to hear, but anyways.
And then parks, the tree trimming is completed. Playground reserve is completed. Nothing has been done at the cenotaph. We're bringing that forward, money forward, Tina.
Yeah.
To
Is that a carry
2024.
forward?
Signs overspent by about $500. The McCray backstop project, as we discussed, is moving forward, should be within budget. Summer student program, we underspent.
The only thing with the McCray backstop is we did add that. Tennis court. Right, so that
Okay.
would go over due to that,
Okay,
so it's.
So then for the 2024 budget, you should add that amount.
Well, I haven't got the bill for the other one yet, but I know that was, the decision was made to add it to that capital.
yeah, I think it was gonna, I thought it was all gonna fit in the, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I know it was about $3,000.
Yeah.
And the decision was made to put it on
Mhm.
that, rather than try and find other money for it, so I'm just warning you that.
yeah, my memory is that like,
It
we
will-
budgeted 59, and the quote came in at like 54 or
Okay.
something.
So it
So I
should
think it's
still-
all gonna fit, I
Okay.
think.
I think. I remember that as well.
Yeah.
We had that discussion at council, I believe.
And then seasonal banners is completed. And then this bottom 16,000 is an unbudgeted. We tried to separate expenses related to the storm of July 20th. And keep them separate to track, just so we know.
Okay.
That's Public Works and Parks. And then if we go to Arena, just give me a second. So we've started up a reserve for items at the concession booth. The ammonia detection is completed. Cameras are completed. $60,000 into the Olympia Reserve. As discussed, it's 55,000. That's actually in the reserve. The barrel roof project was completed. We budgeted 67. There was already some money in the reserve for that. So we had to take,
So I still have to figure out how to do this, cause between the two, what was in there? He was 142,000, and then this project came to 214, so I gotta figure out. So it won't be that much of a shortfall, it's gonna be the difference.
So that 72's got to come from somewhere. Reserve.
Yeah, it's gonna be part of the bottom
Contingency
number, but it
reserve.
won't be this 214, it'll be the 214 less the 142 that we brought over.
Yeah, okay.
Olympia Battery project is done. Oh yes, the AED is completed. Concrete floor is being carried forward. The repairs in the Olympia room, that's being carried forward into 2024. Netting on the east side was completed, and the water heater project is completed.
At the end of the required netting project to finish it off. Yeah, I thought so. Good, thank you.
Those things have a lifespan though.
Yeah, I know. As soon as you get
Okay.
done, then
Yeah,
the
we
first
did- we-
one's
we
gonna.
did this, we did the north end once. 10 years.
Okay. Community hall,
Yeah,
there's
that's
just,
completed. And the radar device with the OVP is completed. Okay.
So then we go to operating budget.
Who's first?
Oh, well, how about we take Derek and then
Sure.
if he needs to get back to the arena.
So you wanna start with the revenues?
Okay,
The arena.
Sure.
That up, Jim.
Oh. Here am I just looking at it nicely.
Can you blow it up a little? There we go.
Go down one. So last year we budgeted, 316, we brought in 306,
No, we budgeted,
budgeted 306, brought in 316,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
So the 318 for this year is just based on what we did last year. No increase in rates is budgeted
at this point,
at this point.
and Derek's recommendation,
We'd like to increase both.
It's usually done every 2 years
Yes.
and it's been 2 years, so
Yes.
we can bring a report to the next committee meeting and with, you know, what a $5 rate increase would amount to. And then the other piece is the insurance, you know, this requirement for insurance that we've had. You know, people have to go out independently and find their own. There are options apparently where we can provide that for them and then just charge, you know, users a couple bucks an hour extra to
And put it in the rate.
Yeah.
Roll it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now there'll be an offsetting cost for that, obviously, and basically
Yes.
what we'll do, it's gonna cost $10,000 to buy that insurance and we rent out for 5,000 hours. I have no idea how many hours we rent out. But, you know, then it would be $2 an hour that we would, so it'll just be kind of an in and out for the rates, but
Okay.
we'll get those numbers updated.
Sounds good.
so the floor rentals, even though we brought in 23. Pathways won't be there this year, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we brought it down a little bit.
Okay.
Public skating, that's just the Optimist portion that they do sponsor.
You mean pathways, sorry, Tina, pathways that rented?
That, yeah.
But we
bike
are
lane.
getting the seniors fair.
Yeah. But the I Can't Bike Through Pathways was like 55 hours.
Oh,
And
okay,
Rentals, the
yeah,
senior fair's 1 day.
Yeah,
and then
okay.
A little bit of
Yeah.
charge for the setup. a little bit
Sure.
For the.
thanks.
Advertising. There's no sense putting for extra when it really hasn't been discussed that thoroughly on how to.
Yep. There's no plan in place to move forward on that.
So. If anything, hopefully the revenues will go up a little bit, but those should be the basics anyway for now.
Yep.
Move down to arena expenses.
So there's a couple different scenarios to do with the wages. Part of it with Emery leaving,
Yes.
and then part of it, the union contract not being
Fine.
finalized
Yeah.
yet, so.
Okay. There's still the insurance question.
Yeah. So I think for arena and public works. It was at the time based on a full-time person, obviously, by the time you do it. We're not gonna have a whole full year or somebody, but those numbers do include that full year or somebody.
Okay. Thank you. Significant drop in training. from 75 to 35.
Yeah,
That's good.
you
Yeah,
felt
that's-
that was
yeah.
sufficient in
Yeah.
here?
I think a lot of the. A lot of the increase from last year was for Imran to get stuff he wanted. I mean. Most of our trainings through health and safety.
Okay, that's good. I just have something small on the health and safety, it's going up $200, like, can we just leave it at 3? Like, I know it's 200, but 200 helps,
No, we can, doesn't matter.
you know? It's a 0.0%, whatever, 0.00 something, but still, every little bit helps. And nothing else. 2.66. It's good. Anybody else?
Oh, and that music expense will go up just a tiny bit, kind of, I thought the actual.
Yeah.
So it's 200, instead of 185, it'll be 207.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
So there you go.
okay. What number was that again?
That's the very bottom one.
Yeah,
Instead of 185, I'm gonna make it 207. That's what the actual came in.
okay.
Concession repair, they just left the same. And Community hall,
Basically the same.
basically.
So now we'll go back up to revenues for parks and public works.
Okay. Curb cuts. Minimal. The log maintenance, that's just an annual amount. What other revenues do you guys have? Canada Day event donation, that's usually standard. Optimus donations. That's what they've been giving us every year. Hanging baskets. And picnic tables, hopefully that will generate a little bit more of that again. And summer students. I think we're gonna decrease that one.
Yeah, I think we may know by budget day
Okay,
what we're gonna get there, but I think for now, I think we're gonna change it back down to the 4340 that we got last year, just for, you know. Hopefully we get the 22,000, but we won't know.
Chances are we won't,
Right.
well,
yeah.
okay,
yeah, we never have
Yeah,
done that
it's-
well.
okay,
That's what we asked for, but
So I'll decrease that one, unfortunately. And then the hydro is just an agreement with the Optimus.
okay. That's an offset basically for the
It,
expense.
it comes out of our hydro, yeah.
Yeah.
we got on the public works expenses.
And same thing, the actual was lower because of Imran, but the budget for this year includes union and a new,
And a new person
Yeah.
for 12 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though it won't be.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
so that's. But I know in the past they try to do it for the full year, so it doesn't affect.
Well,
the following
Then you
year.
get the real
Yeah,
picture of.
Yep.
Yeah,
so.
Okay.
Just. Utilities were left the same.
Yeah.
Office left the same.
gonna get,
meetings,
I'm gonna
small
get-
tools are up a little bit,
I'm gonna get nitpicky here.
okay?
We spent like a little under 800 for overtime meetings and now we
Sure.
budgeted 2. Could we go to 1,000 or 1,500 or something? Just cause,
Well, we have had more snow and stuff this year.
yeah, okay,
Yeah,
I'm looking for dollars, right?
um,
Cause we're at 9.4%
I can
total.
star it. And then
Look at
if
it.
you want it,
That's all based on overtime, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
So you can put it down, but it may just go over because we have a big snow year.
yeah,
So.
I
you can nitpick it,
understood.
But that is
understood.
based on overtime.
Yeah,
so
I'm
once I do kind of do all the departments today and we kind of, I redo
Yeah.
the sheet,
okay,
okay, is that all right?
sure.
Okay.
Because I'm just, cause we are looking for the bottom line, right?
Yep.
And we're higher than we'd like.
Small tools. Work clothes and boots that have to.
Just on the small tools one too, like it seems that, don't mean to be critical, but it's 22, we were over a little. 25, like every year we spend, I don't know, $2,000 on tools. So, I don't know, like, to me, like tools should last longer than a year anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
it's,
I think you have to think too, like there's tools, new tools that we need.
yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
so we're not just replacing broken tools here.
Yeah.
Right, there's gonna be new things that we need,
And that's
our job changes every day.
it's a
right? You guys
catch-all
give us
for a lot of
something new to
stuff,
do,
right?
Right,
Right? Okay, that's fair.
Work clothes and boots, so that's the same.
Yeah.
This one we brought down, conference training and memberships,
Yeah,
there's some significant savings there.
yeah. Health and safety left the same, even though it went over. Insurance estimated still at this point,
yeah,
annual inspections. Brought down a bit. The mesh, that invoice just came in, so that might have to go up, cause the invoice that. Jason gave me. It's more like 5,000 something per,
okay.
between the 3 departments, so that might increase a bit. Winter management, that's another program, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's the.
the
probably
weather,
Geotab and the,
Right. Okay,
Yeah,
I forgot.
okay,
Building yard and maintenance up slightly. There's cost increases, but basically the same stuff.
Yeah.
Street signs, we left the same, sidewalks, we left the same, brushing and trees, bumped it up a little bit. The curbs. Hopefully the work that didn't get done last year. Will get done this year,
Yeah,
because
there-
there was no.
there was nothing,
cost.
no activity
Yeah,
there,
but
financial
Something to be
activity,
done, but we couldn't get a contractor to do it.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
But I've already reached out to somebody that's willing to do it, so we'll start that process early.
perfect,
Okay, road sweeping. Road repair. Sand and salt, that one we always kind of leave the same,
yes,
and. If we go over, we do have some in the reserve still.
Right at the
Signal
last line,
maintenance
good
and
timing.
stuff. That's, well, there's a lot of stuff in there, but a lot of it has to do with the contract that the city is starting into, so.
yes,
Miscellaneous, licenses and fees brought down a little bit. Fuel, we kind of went in between the two,
mm-hmm,
vehicle repairs. Basically the same, and then the snow blades, Steve already knows there's a repair bill coming in for that one.
Yep.
Yeah, and also that because we got a new blade this year, so we didn't have to replace cutting edges on the new one. So that's why that's not up, or we would have had to probably buy new cutting edges for them.
so the blade that got damaged, that's figuring into that cost,
Oh, I haven't figured, that was a,
that
I
was,
wouldn't figure that into the cost because I didn't know about it, but it's gonna have to go on there.
yeah, okay,
So hopefully,
That's not something I planned on, right? So
Yeah.
it's just, it's one of those things, I don't even know how much it's gonna cost to fix it.
Yeah.
Until they get it in the shop.
and this county road section, I think it's offset above by what we built back to the county.
Mhm.
The transit for street lights. Yes. Street light
I just-
power, we are way off
I'm-
on.
Just a question on the Sarnia Transit, like we're over 300,000. Or 30,000, sorry. Like, do we not have an agreement with them that they spent?
Nope,
No?
at the end of the year, they give us a.
They give us a reconciliation
Yeah.
based on you,
Based on-
rider usage and stuff?
The repairs and
Okay.
everything, and then
Okay,
that kind of. That's it for the following year.
okay.
Streetlight power. Went way over.
Those are all just hydro bills, Tina?
Well, streetlight maintenance is replacing heads, obviously.
Yeah, but the
higher
power,
bill item-
This is just the power,
power, I'm wondering why it's so high.
Like why all of a sudden?
cause I think you guys, when we were trying to find money last year, you thought we were gonna have this big savings for something.
Okay,
Doesn't ring a bell, but
Take a look at,
yeah, I don't remember.
because that's all based on, they're not metered, are they? They're estimated? Like, it's number of hours times number of units of power used. I don't think they're metered, so.
No,
Why, that's why they.
I think they're all actual hydro bills.
Oh, no, right, but I think their hydro bill is based on, you've got X hours of darkness. So the light's on for this many hours and it uses this much power. It's not metered.
Oh,
so it's some kind of calculation.
I just wonder how. Like, I guess I want to compare it to some past few years and see how much we spent the few years previous and see. If something's going on there.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what's billed to us.
yes.
Yeah.
And the next line is maintenance.
Yeah.
And I think that's something you're gonna see going up. Because these LEDs are starting to fail that they put in 10 years ago.
About that.
And so we've seen a few of them fail, but usually they are on the same sort of life cycle. So now that we've seen 10 fail, I think you could potentially see more starting to fail. So that, just be aware that some of them are starting to fail and LEDs tend to have the same lifespan. Like,
And that's something we've got to bring in Blue Water Power, like we can't do anything with them ourselves, right? It's. So,
That's not even anywhere in the, it wouldn't be allowed. I believe they own it even, right? They own the pole.
It's their asset.
So we,
Yeah.
so we can't touch their.
The garbage truck, that's basically the license. And fuel from Marquardt. For the garbage truck,
Mhm.
garbage collection contract. Miscellaneous. And. Waste tipping fees. It was lower than the budget, but for some reason,
I think what this was, I think we talked about it, so compost disposal is over, waste tipping is lower. When we go in, we tell them what we have on board. So I think if you combine those two, because that's what it is, sometimes they might write down that it was compost, but it was actually garbage on the ticket.
so we wanted to go through another year to make sure we're on the
Yeah,
right
so
track.
I think it's just that
Okay.
miscommunication with the person in the booth sometimes.
And the blue box program.
Oh, I got a question on that. It went to zero? We still are on the hook for ICI, are we not? Isn't that like residential, the new program only covers residential, we still have to pay
Yeah.
for industrial, commercial and institutional.
Are we getting invoice for that?
I got a bill for January to June from the city. That's what that 38,000 was.
Okay.
I never got anything else after that.
You're right, though, you're right. Well, I'll look into that a little bit to see
Shouldn't
what's.
Mterra be billing us?
Or let it lie, let it
Let
lie.
I know, but I just
Look
don't
at-
want a surprise.
Yeah,
I just don't want a surprise.
I know, but I just,
You know what I
like
mean?
what I was told that we
Yeah.
didn't have any more.
Yeah, I did tell you that, like, and but yes, you're,
So I'll start that one,
Yeah, cause
but I don't know where the rest of the year is then, because we never got billed.
yeah,
yeah,
the only invoice we've ever gotten is from
Was-
Emterra.
No, City of Sarnia,
Oh, so,
Sorry.
right,
from January
But-
to June.
okay. Okay,
we'll follow up on that one.
Okay, so that
They're
one,
looking into for sure.
yeah. That's all. I just don't want a surprise.
like I wouldn't even know how much to put in there, like even as a guess.
Yeah.
Until,
No way you could,
Yeah.
couldn't even guess on that.
okay, and I think that's, we did the arena. And, oh, parks. So the parks wage part is, with 3 summer students and the special needs in operating, and then there's
Yeah.
1 in capital.
Yeah.
And Kubota. Utilities, splash pad. Playground equipment, inspections, Steve was gonna look into that.
Yeah.
Something probably should have been done, but
Well, that was something Ram was gonna do.
Yeah, I thought something that,
Yeah,
something,
every so many years, we're supposed to have an outside person do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have not, I never heard anything from him after he left, but I think, yeah, kind of.
so we thought we better put some money back in there.
yeah, so you're gonna look into it for 24.
Sure.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I don't know
then-
who does it though.
Fran Burdette
I've
used to
honestly
do it.
done in the past,
Fran Burdette used to do it for the village.
Like, he's the outside person. that
Yeah.
does it.
Yeah, but I don't know if he still does that.
You have to be recognized by somebody.
Yeah.
He did have, like, his role at NOLA was in safety.
The
and
certification.
He got
do
certified.
it.
In
but-
playgrounds. So he would come and do the test
Yep.
on sand for impact and all that.
But again, I can't tell you the last time.
I'll reach out to 8, maybe they probably have a pretty good.
I
idea.
would think that would be the best approach, because I'm not sure that Fran would still do it.
Maintenance and supplies. Landscaping, most of these are just basically. every
So that
waterfront
downtown
road.
landscaping, is that the
The big
donation
basket.
is the offset? Would be the offset revenue for that?
This
part of it,
downtown,
there was.
well, starting last year.
Yeah, yeah,
but This was
okay.
always,
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to put the pluses and minuses
Yeah.
together.
and then the maintenance, waterfront maintenance.
Just on that, is there gonna be any maintenance done previous to the snake getting bigger in the fall? Is there anything you need to do to prep for any of that
That's
that
not-
you're aware of?
I thought we were putting it in as far as.
No.
I'm concerned.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just,
not.
I told them we do nothing.
okay, just bringing it
Yeah.
up, just so that we know. Okay,
That was made clear.
okay.
And I'm not sure if this will be, like, we only bumped it by a little bit, but don't forget you have that. New washroom from
The
Hampton
portable?
Sanitation at. Monthly
that's
now.
real.
Which is $350 a month plus,
Yeah.
so think of that over
So
6 months.
hopefully,
It's an extra $2,000.
so maybe that's
Plus
why,
any damages we had to pay for when it was getting vandalized, so.
so really, I don't know if we did bump this up quite enough to help cover that,
Okay, so that's where that's coming out of?
yeah.
Okay.
Probably,
But then on the capital side, there's a suggestion for the washrooms too, right?
there
Yeah.
is.
So we can leave it for now and rediscuss.
Really bump up.
That'll,
Yeah.
if we do that, that'll significantly increase that between power and cleaning services.
Mhm.
Could not the rental of a portable be under capital anyway? No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking, Matt
Matt
tax,
tax, absolutely.
because it's at the
Well, don't
waterfront.
forget. What we had last year and the money we brought in this year
Yeah.
already,
Yeah.
we're already down,
Well, I know,
so
the number hasn't jumped. Yeah,
not too much.
not too much, okay. Look like
So it's a
we got-
possibility, but depends what else you want to.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And I know.
We gotta
there's
balance that
tons of
account.
things that can go under
Yeah.
that fund, but it's something to think
It's
about.
not like it. increase from the year before.
And,
Doesn't make sense.
I know,
well, there's gotta be a cap.
Yeah.
They're not changing. Like the amount of people coming in and out is pretty standard. Same events every year. I don't know why it would be.
I only have one more. In the next report, there's only one hotel that I have one more December amount to come
Okay.
in, so it's not gonna be
It's
the
gonna-
same as the year before.
Okay, so it's down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
That's it?
in a nutshell. You can think of any revenues or?
Right off. Okay, if that's done. Move on to item 6, the slow roll.
So this is the event that the organizer of the Blue Water International Grand Fondo put together this kind of family centered event. Starts in Centennial Park in Sarnia and rolls through the village and back out into the city and back to Centennial Park. So they've given us a fair bit of notice this year. Last year, they didn't reach out to us until about a week or two before the event. They reached out to us about 3 or 4 weeks ago. We met with Steve, with Public Works, OPP and myself. The OPP are basically, they're gonna be looking after what needs to be done in the village, like they're gonna be turning from Victoria onto Alfred, and the police will probably sit at that intersection to kind of help them through. And then also turning on to Alexandra from Venetian. So the police are gonna look after that, but they said if they needed help from Public Works, they would reach out to us, so.
And then Michigan and Livingston too.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So really, this is just an information that it's happening. If there's any concerns, let me know, but June 9th is the date. Starting in Sarnia at 2 o'clock, and they figure within an hour or so it'll be through the village, but the whole event is an hour or two.
okay. Any comments? No? Receive and file this report.
So moved.
Thank you. And
It was nice to have them come in
Yeah.
early this year rather
Yes.
than.
Yeah. The message is getting.
Yeah, they listened to what we
Received.
said last year, so
yes,
it's good.
okay, financial statements. The arena and Public Works. First one of the year, we know we got no budget to work against, so. I've got no issues, just receive and file.
And file.
Vote. Thank you. And any new business?
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay, if not, next meeting date is March 12th at 10 a.m. We'll move to adjourn.
Yeah.